Have you ever woken up at exactly 3 a.m., eyes wide open, heart slightly racing, and wondered, why does this keep happening? You're tired, you went to bed on time, but night after night you find yourself awake in the early hours and sometimes unable to fall back asleep. If you're over 50, especially over 60 or 70, this experience is incredibly common. But it's not random. Your body is sending signals, and once you understand them, the fear and frustration often begin to soften. Let's gently explore what may really be happening. Number 1. Natural changes in the aging sleep cycle. First, we need to understand something very important. As we age, our sleep architecture changes. We spend less time in deep sleep and more time in lighter stages. That means we wake more easily, from small noises, from temperature changes, even from our own thoughts. James, 68, told me he used to sleep like a rock in his 40s. Now, even the sound of the heating system clicking on wakes him at 3 a.m. He thought something was wrong, but in many cases, this shift is a normal part of aging. Our internal clock, what doctors call the circadian rhythm, also shifts earlier. Many seniors feel sleepier earlier in the evening and naturally wake earlier in the morning. So if you're going to bed at 9 p.m., waking at 3 a.m. may simply mean your body has completed 6 hours of sleep and thinks it's time to rise. The problem is not always the waking. The problem is the worry that follows. Number 2. Stress hormones rising too early. Around 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., your body begins preparing for morning. A hormone called cortisol, often known as the alertness hormone, starts to rise. In younger adults, this rise is gradual and subtle. But in older adults, especially those under stress, it can spike more noticeably. Margaret, 72, lost her husband 2 years ago. She noticed that ever since, she wakes at 3 a.m. with a tight chest and anxious thoughts. Her mind begins reviewing bills, health worries, family concerns. Grief and chronic stress can make that early morning cortisol surge feel stronger. When the mind wakes before the body is ready, it can feel alarming, but often it is a stress pattern, not a life-threatening event. Learning gentle breathing techniques or calming bedtime routines can help soften that hormonal surge. Number 3. Blood sugar dips during the night. This is something many people don't realize. If dinner is very light, or if you have diabetes or blood sugar sensitivity, your glucose levels can drop during the night. When that happens, the body releases adrenaline and cortisol to bring sugar levels back up. And what does adrenaline do? It wakes you up. Robert, 75, began waking at 3 a.m. feeling slightly shaky and warm. He assumed it was anxiety. After reviewing his routine, we discovered he was eating dinner at 5 p.m. and nothing afterward. His blood sugar was dipping around 3 a.m. A small protein-rich evening snack, like yogurt or a handful of nuts, helped stabilize him. His 3 a.m. awakenings reduced significantly. If you wake with mild sweating, a racing heart, or hunger, blood sugar shifts could be part of the story. Number 4. Medication timing. Many adults over 60 take medications for blood pressure, heart health, or other chronic conditions. Some of these medications can influence sleep patterns, especially if taken later in the day. Certain diuretics, for example, increase nighttime urination. Other medications may stimulate the nervous system subtly. Helen, 70, was waking nightly to use the bathroom around 3 a.m. She thought it was simply aging. In reality, her water pill was being taken too late in the afternoon. With a small timing adjustment, under her doctor's guidance, her sleep improved dramatically. Never adjust medications on your own. But if 3 a.m. awakenings began after a prescription change, it's worth a conversation with your healthcare provider. Number 5. Underlying sleep apnea or breathing changes.
Sometimes waking at 3 a.m. is related to breathing interruptions. Sleep apnea becomes more common with age. During the night, breathing can briefly stop and restart. Oxygen levels dip. The brain senses danger and wakes you up, often suddenly. You may not remember gasping. You may only recall waking with a dry mouth, headache, or pounding heart. David, 73, thought his early awakenings were anxiety. A sleep study revealed moderate sleep apnea. Once treated, his 3 a.m. awakenings decreased and his energy improved. If you snore loudly, feel excessively tired during the day, or wake with headaches, breathing disruptions should be evaluated. Number 5. Emotional loneliness and quiet nighttime reflection. This final point is rarely discussed. Night is quiet. There are no distractions. For many seniors, especially those who live alone, 3 a.m. becomes a time when unresolved thoughts surface. Memories, regrets, worries about health, concerns about children or grandchildren. During the day, these thoughts stayed busy in the background. At night, they step forward. This is not weakness, it is humanity. Creating small bedtime rituals, reading something uplifting, gratitude journaling, calming music can help guide the mind into safer territory before sleep. And if persistent sadness or anxiety is present, speaking with a counselor or trusted professional can make a meaningful difference. Here is what I want you to remember most. Waking at 3 a.m. does not automatically mean something is seriously wrong. Often, it is a combination of natural aging, hormone timing, blood sugar patterns, medications, breathing, and emotional factors. The key is to observe gently, not panic. If you wake at 3 a.m. tonight, try this. Instead of checking the clock and worrying, take slow breaths. Remind yourself that your body may be simply cycling normally. Avoid bright lights. Keep the room calm. And if the awakenings are frequent, severe, or accompanied by chest pain, severe shortness of breath, or intense symptoms, always seek medical care promptly. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you wake at 3 a.m.? What does it feel like for you? Calm, anxious, restless? Share your experience in the comments. Your story may help someone else feel understood. If this video brought you clarity or comfort, please like it so others can find it. Subscribe for more thoughtful, science-based conversations about aging well, and share this with someone who struggles quietly in the early hours of the morning. You deserve restful sleep, and understanding your body is the first step towards finding it.